Hello everybody and welcome back to today's video. I apologize for my lack of uploading. I've recently been so slumped between work and trying to get into this new apartment that I really just haven't had a lot of time to spend making videos for you guys. Today I wanted to give you guys an update with Bitcoin. There's been a lot of great things unfolding with the market over the last month. A lot of my personal altcoins that I've been posting inside of my Discord server are already in profit, with plenty more profit potential to come. If at any point you guys find this video helpful, do myself and this channel a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to the channel. For some of you guys that are looking to follow my own personal analysis, do yourself a favor and click the invite link in the description below, and there you're going to be able to join my Discord server. Right now we have over 50 members and many conversations going every single day. Markets are picking up and times are looking very exciting for crypto. With that being said, let's get right into the video for today, guys. Alright guys, so to start off this video, we're going to go ahead and actually take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is obviously the driver of all value inside the cryptocurrency markets. Therefore, it's important for me to give you guys frequent updates with Bitcoin because the market does not move without the confirmation of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, the altcoins go up. If Bitcoin goes down, the altcoins go down. And so something I've been noticing is we're actually getting close to a very decisive point inside of Bitcoin's price. Now, obviously, from the initial decline of 20K, we had our strong retrace, and then since then, we've maintained lower highs throughout the entirety of this major descending trend line that we've built here. Now, we've been rejected once, twice, three, four, five to six different times off of this descending resistance. And now something I've noticed is we're actually getting very close to hitting that resistance once more. If not, we're already there as we speak. So this has always been a very decisive point, and thus far in Bitcoin's cycle, we've always got rejected. Now, for me personally, there's no reason for me to consider such a bullish stance on Bitcoin until we have proof of that confirmational bias. Now, with Bitcoin, there has been a couple things that have changed. The triangle that we found ourselves in for the better part of a year held support at about 6K at a horizontal support line. Now, it was followed by lower highs throughout the entire time until finally we broke and had a strong sell-off. Now, this has brought us into phase 2 of the cycle, which we're seeing right here. Now, there's a couple things that I'm watching out for currently. Now, as you guys understand, I still have a bearish stance on Bitcoin. Until we confirm that we're actually going to break out of this major descending resistance, there's no reason for me to actually think that we are bullish all of a sudden. So this is what I'm going to be watching for, guys. We actually have made some higher highs inside of this consolidation here. However, it's a very short consolidation compared to something that we had up here with a lot more confirmation. And so for me personally, what I'm watching for right here is I'm watching to see if we can break this resistance level that we have here. Now, this resistance level has been tagged once, twice, three, and now we're approaching the 4th time that we're tagging. As you guys understand, the more times price reacts to a certain level, the weaker that level gets, and we had proof of that at 6K. Now, at 6K, if we draw our horizontal support, we had very many price reactions to this level before finally we ended up selling off and breaking that support, and that brings us to phase 2 of this cycle. Now, the only difference between this cycle and the last one that we had at 6K is the fact that instead of price bouncing off of horizontal support, we're actually tagging horizontal resistance, which means the resistance is weakening. Now, with this setup currently, we are seeing a lot of altcoins that are actually looking to be painting very nice profitable setups, which is usually a very good indication that there is further upside to come inside of Bitcoin. So one thing to keep in note, guys, is the only way that we're actually bullish in this case is if we can actually break this major descending resistance that we have here, which we are at that very decisive point where we're going to side. Now, something to keep a note of is even though prices keeps reacting to this resistance level that we have here, we might still get a short-term sell-off. come and retag this trend line that we've been riding on before we actually do get a breakout on the upside. And so this is what I'm going to be watching out for. For the most part, I would expect that we retrace after we tag this resistance that we've had here. Now, whether we break and fall through support is yet to be determined. We're just going to have to kind of maintain our analysis and watch to see what happens. But for the short term, I am expecting us to come and retest this trend line, and then from there we're going to figure out whether we're going to break support and go lower, or whether we're going to be able to actually maintain trend in this little consolidation pattern that we have here before we actually break higher. Now, something to keep a note of, guys, is I do have a bearish stance with this because we are in a bear market, and until we break the major descending resistance, there's no reason for me to change that bias. So what I'm watching out for currently is this. My Elliott wave count goes as follow. This was the 1 wave. The strong sell-off and breakthrough of support of 6K was the 3 wave, and we're retracing into the 4 before we have one more final 5 wave impulse back down. Now let me change this here. And so this is the count that I'm actually watching out for. I don't expect us to actually break out and see further upside quite yet. Until we break the major trend line, this is going to be my primary count. And so this is what I'm going to be watching out for. It looks to me like we're just consolidating before we do tag this major descending resistance, and then we get a strong sell-off from there. With altcoins painting up such valuable setups in this time, there is definitely a bullish case to be considered, and that's why I'm watching for both of them. However, one thing to keep in note is that you should never fight the trend. That's one thing that I learned early on. The more I traded these pumping coins, and then when they started retracing, I automatically just assumed that they were going to keep going up. And so then the whole entire way down, I kept a bullish bias, and because of that, it got me wrecked. And so I'm not doing the same with Bitcoin here. If Bitcoin breaks out and I'm wrong, so be it. I have a plan in place to trade the breakout as follows. But for the most part, guys, this is going to be my primary count. This is what I'm watching out for. Right now, we're just waiting to see how price reacts to this major descending resistance, whether we're going to get a short-term retrace and a breakout, whether we break out right here as we speak, or whether we continue on in the bearish cycle and have one more leg down. If we do go bearish and we break support here and we fall lower, I do expect that final 5-wave impulse to be very short-lived and be a short squeeze before the bulls actually come in and buy the dip strongly, where we should see a lot of volume. That's one thing that is keeping my bias more bearish, is the fact that there really isn't a lot of volume coming into this market, which tells me that there's not a lot of buyers moving in quite yet. And so for me personally, I'm watching for one more sell-off. You guys can play the market as followed, but this is just how I'm going to go about things. Next up, guys, I actually really wanted to give you guys an update with some of my signals that I've been posting inside of my Discord over the last month. If you guys would like to get behind a group that you can trust and follow some of my own personal analysis, feel free to click the invite link in the description below of this video, and there you're going to be able to get invited to my Discord server. Currently we have over 50 members, and it's growing every single day. So come join, come get in here, have some great discussion with some other traders, and let's see what we can make of this group. Right now we're actually going to be taking a look at some of my coins that have been in profit over this last month, and I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm expecting moving forward. So first on the list we actually have Zcoin. Now I posted this chart back a little while ago because I noticed that we had the bullish 3-dive pattern right here. And so I was watching this channel to wait for the breakout, and so I posted my buy down here, and we're currently sitting at about 53% profit. We actually had a strong impulsive wick that brought us up to 150%. However, I was at work and I didn't actually have time to watch this, and so I didn't have any time to take some profits when that happened. However, with that being said, I do expect further upside to come, and so for me, I'm holding this until we get back up to at least the 120% mark. I do expect us to go back there, especially with this nice volume coming in. So this is just one of the coins that I've been watching. This is one that we're actually in profit in and continuing to rise as we speak. This is one that still looks very prime for further upside to come, and so for me personally, I'm not looking to take any profits with this. I'm going to be watching this and seeing how it develops. So this is Zcoin. This was one of the first calls that I actually made inside of the Discord. Now, if we come back and look here, another one we had was ZRX. Some of you guys have been watching my YouTube videos. You'll know that I made a video about ZRX not too long ago. Now, from our entry, let's go look here. From our entry, we are currently up about 34% from my initial signal. So this is another one that I do expect further upside to come. We have this nice little rounded bottom formation coming in here. We could see a short-term retrace here after about the 36-cent mark is what I'm going to be watching out for. But for the most part, we have nice volume that's consistently growing in here. We have a nice accumulation at basically a fully retrace, which is usually a good indication that this is the time to be accumulating. So this is one that I've been watching. This is one that I'm actually going to be holding till all-time highs because I do expect a very nice profitable market cycle with this one. So for me personally, I'm not looking to be taking any profits in this time. This is going to be one of my longer term holds because of the profitability of the setup. I'm not risking a whole lot, but I can potentially make a 10x return on my investment when this does paint all-time highs. And so this is ZRX. This is one that I've been watching out for, one that I'm actually super excited for because of the fact it's only really had one market cycle. Now, I love these market cycles because you have the initial rally up, you have these nice rounded bottom formations and where the wells accumulate, and then you have the hype cycle. Then you do the same thing, retrace, accumulation, distribution, then you come back, fully retrace, near fully retrace, rounded bottom formation before we make the exact same impulse on the upside. So this is one of my favorite patterns to trade, and it's one that's been most profitable inside of my analysis. So this is one that I've been watching out for and one that you guys should definitely be looking towards accumulating when the time is right for yourself. Now, up next, we're actually going to be taking a look at Quark. This is one of the first ones that I posted, and I actually posted it right when we first broke out of this major descending resistance and then had the first sell-off to retest this trend line. Now, once that we retested this, I posted it in my signals, and I told everybody to be watching out for this. We're currently up about 32% from my initial entry. So we are actually seeing a lot of bullish movement in this case with some nice volume. One of the first indications for a buy signal with this was I saw this massive amount of sell volume and buy volume come in with the final retrace. Not only that, but I saw us break out of this major descending resistance followed by a retrace sell-off onto that descending resistance as support. And this has always been a very profitable buy signal for me because based off of this, we've only finished the one wave. We had the one, we had the three, and then we had an extended 5 wave, followed by the ABC retrace back down. And so this, guys, completes the one wave of this cycle. And so we bought the very bottom. Now we are looking for all-time highs to be met before a further retrace to come. And so for me personally, I'm watching about right here as my target. I will take profits at about the 85-cent mark as well. 85 cents to about 96 cents, almost $1 is where I'm going to be looking to take profits in this next move. And so for me personally, I'm actually holding on to this one. I haven't decided to take any profits in this time because I do see further upside to come with this market. So this is Quark. This is one of my entries that I had here. Let's go take a look and see if we actually have any more. We have Made Safe. Haven't really done a lot with this one yet. We're still accumulating and watching to see what's going to happen. We have Waves to the list, but I didn't post a specific buy signal. I expected a further retrace to come. XRP, we're still watching this. And then Litecoin. This is the one final one I'll actually bring up with you guys. I posted a short for Litecoin here at about where we're at right now at about $60. What I noticed was we had inclining price with higher highs followed by descending momentum on the RSI, which is actually called bearish divergence on the RSI. And so this is one thing that I've been watching out for my shorts, is because a lot of the times when you see prices break out and make a nice impulse and then you start to see declining momentum on the RSI followed by inclining higher highs on the price, that's always a very bearish signal that there is going to be a drop coming in the market. And so I posted my short right about here. I said, guys, $60 is my short. I'm watching for about a 32% correction where I would take profits at about $40. So I'm watching for a $20 move in Litecoin's market structure. I do see us tagging major resistances right here, which to me, with inclining price, declining RSI momentum, followed by a price bumping straight into major resistances, that is not a very bullish setup, and I do expect this short to play out nicely. Obviously, this is not investment advice. of any kind. However, right now we are currently still sitting at my target about $60 with a lot of bearish price action looking that we are going to go lower. And so for me, I'm going to look to add to my short. You guys can do whatever you want. This is just my own personal analysis and what I'm doing forward. So I will update this as followed. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video and tuning in. I appreciate you guys' support so much, especially in the times where I have to work and I can't get to my uploading schedule with as much accuracy and proficiency. So I apologize for that. I will be trying to do more in the future, but like I said with work, it's just hit or miss when I'll actually get free time. Working in the oil field has long hours. Not only that, but it's kind of inconsistent schedules. A lot of the time I'm working on my days off so I can just accumulate more cryptocurrency. So with that being said, guys, I just appreciate your support and I appreciate the patience that you have with me in this time. I appreciate you guys that are actually in my Discord posting charts and analysis and talking with one another. It really means a lot to me to see you guys doing that and furthering your education. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay profitable, keep your heads up, and let's get this bread.